Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning for another news update for Saturday, December 6, 2025. And I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning, request for help allegedly sparks a jealous rage. A domestic quarrel sparked by a woman's request for a male friend to help her get back on her feet after Hurricane Melissa allegedly erupted into a terrifying machete attack by her boyfriend Gavin Seaton. However, he insists he is innocent. Seaton was granted $150,000 bail with up to 3 shorties on Wednesday when he appeared in the St. James Parish Court before Judge Natisha Fairclough Hilton on charges of assaulting his girlfriend. Prosecutors say the alleged attack happened on November 4 in Mount Zion, St. James. The complainant was speaking with a male friend about her house that had blown down during the hurricane, asking him for help. Seaton, who lives with her, allegedly became irate, stepped onto the veranda, grabbed her cell phone and her throat, punching her in the rib and the breast area. The woman managed to escape, but Seaton allegedly escalated the attack by attempting to chop her with a machete. She ran into a neighbor's house, but Seaton allegedly chased her and pushed the machete through the neighbor's window. A police report was made, which led to Seaton being arrested and charged with assault occasioning bodily harm and assault at a common law. Under caution, he reportedly said, "She loved me. This now go nowhere. I never put my hands on her. I swear on my life," he said. During the hearing, prosecutors reported that a medical certificate and a neighbor's statement were still outstanding. The matter is scheduled to be mentioned again on January 21, 2026. Man freed of indecent assault charges in St. Catherine Parish Court. A 39-year-old steelworker was on Thursday acquitted of 2 counts of indecent assault following a trial in the St. Catherine Parish Court before presiding judge Justice English Myers. Robert Wallace, who had been charged with 2 separate allegations of indecent assault involving a minor, was freed after the judge found that the prosecution's case was marked by inconsistencies and lacked the credibility required for a conviction. This judgment reinforces the principle that a person cannot be convicted unless the Crown satisfies the burden of proof. My client maintained his innocence from the very beginning, and today the court confirmed that the evidence simply did not support the allegations. These matters are serious, and the false or misguided accusations can have lasting and devastating consequences on people's lives and their families. I urge members of the public to act responsibly and to avoid making unfounded claims, said Wallace's attorney, Radine Richardson. According to the prosecution, the complainant alleged that Wallace touched her on 2 occasions, one in December 2023 and another in May 2024, while visiting family members. The Crown relied primarily on the complainant's testimony and that of her older sister. During cross-examination, Richardson highlighted major discrepancies that, according to the defense, collapsed the foundation of the Crown's case. The complainant admitted to giving a false statement to the police regarding how the door opened during the alleged first incident, a contradiction the judge described as material and troubling. The complainant's timeline reportedly shifted repeatedly, with confusion about whether the alleged December incident occurred before or after an ongoing family dispute. English Myers noted that the timing appeared coincidental and said the evidence suggested the allegations may have arisen in the context of the household conflict. Under further questioning, the complainant's sister conceded that parts of her written statement, including claims of discomfort and inappropriate looks, were not true. She also acknowledged having a good relationship with Wallace up to the family disagreement, leading the judge to treat her evidence with caution. The complainant also testified that she did not scream, cry out, or react during either alleged incident, and made no report to her grandmother, father, sister, or anyone in Jamaica at the time. English mayors found this behavior inconsistent with the seriousness of the allegations and stated that the complainant's account was not supported by her conduct. The grandmother, who was reportedly present in the home during the period in question, gave evidence that the complainant was never left alone with Wallace and rarely visited, further weakening the prosecution's narrative. In delivering her ruling, Justice English Myers held that the complainant was not a credible witness, citing contradictions, shifting timelines, and unsupported claims. She concluded that the Crown had failed to prove its case beyond a reasonable doubt, and the defendant was acquitted on both accounts. After the verdict, Wallace quietly thanked his attorney for always standing by him and believing in his case before leaving the courtroom to be reunited with his family. Treasure Beach in pain after murder of Kenyan artist. The murder of a Kenyan artist during a brazen armed robbery on Friday has plunged the Treasure Beach community tourism hub into grief and disbelief. Treasure Beach is a peaceful, loving set of districts that make up a community, so this murder has really taken everybody by shock. The community is really feeling it, emotions are high, and the people are really hurting. These things don't happen down here. This is a very peaceful, loving community. The whole place is really in mourning right now, hotelier Jason Hensel told the news on Friday afternoon. Police report that about 12:20 a.m., Kenyan Mozala W.A. Washigadi was shot and injured at Billis Bay during a robbery. He was taken to hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. A woman was also injured during the shooting and remains hospitalized. Hensel said Washigadi chose to live in Treasure Beach due to his love for arts. It was really because of the art, and he saw here as a place that celebrated him. He saw where art was needed in the area and that he could have contributed towards that art movement, said Hensel. He added that Washigadi was actively involved in an art affair during Easter in Treasure Beach. He was one of the main artists who displayed their artwork, and the people met him during that time. He was known and loved because the people always want to meet the artist whose work they are buying, said Hensel. Plans for Treasure Beach's artistic development has also been affected by Washigadi's murder. He was an extremely talented artist. He was working with us to bring more art to Treasure Beach in terms of galleries and the places to display art. The news of his passing really shocked me to the core. Our condolences go out to his family and the friends, said Hensel. The hotelier and the community leader said he has been in communication with the police. It is a very unfortunate situation, and I know for a fact that the high command of the police force are taking this loss very seriously. They vowed to do all they can to bring the perpetrators to justice, he said. When asked if electricity had been restored to Treasure Beach, Hensel said the Jamaica Public Service Company has been working in the area. The JPS is setting up a substation down here. We are expecting power to come on this weekend, he said, while pointing out that other relief workers are also in the area. He said the plans are now advanced to have more businesses reopened in the coming weeks in Treasure Beach, as he sought to reassure residents and the visitors. We are looking to reopen Jake's on December 18. We just have to support each other and be vigilant, but also know that we have to be united around trying to keep ourselves safe and our visitors safe as much as possible, said Hensel. Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.